All right, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what the hell happened. All right, hold on. Yeah, I do not know what just happened. So, we're back. We're back. Let me go ahead and.
Oh, motherfucker!
What happened? They took an offensive lineman, didn't they?
They took someone I would have been perfectly fine with.
Well,
You don't want.
Rappaport just said that Dallas might have just regretted what they just did. So, I mean, there you go.
They absolutely did.
Graham Barton. This is why I said. That's why I'm like, why would they trade back? Because Graham Barton is right there. Sorry, Raj.
Oh well.
This just goes to show again, you're tanking. I'm not going to go ahead and redo this ticker, but there we go. I'll do the ticker when I get a chance. Jeez, Graham Barton's a freaking badass player in, lacrosse. Darius Robinson. All right, it's Buffalo's turn. It is Buffalo's turn. Which way are we going?
Probably defense or wide receiver.
No, they're going to go wide receiver here. If they go defense, it's Cooper DeJean. That would be the only one that I could think of that they would go after. Yeah. Honestly, right now, I could see Buffalo selecting Xavier Worthy here. Not gonna lie.
I can see them making a last-second trade out of the first round just to make you mad.
I mean, if they do, it's fine. It wouldn't make me mad. It just means more picks. They have 10 picks already, and they haven't had to trade any of them. So that's something I'm okay with, you know. Well, Jonathan Gannon finally got a defensive player out of the first round of this draft. So there's that. Dude, he's rocking a suit. What the hell? You better be lying. You better be lying. You better be lying. You better be lying. Why are we? What? What?
What happened?
What happened? I did no clue. Oh man, I don't know. Jesus Christ. Why are we?
What happened, brother?
We just traded with Kansas City. What in God's name? Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Why Kansas City? Of all the teams.
Of all the freaking teams, Buffalo.
They're gonna get Cooper DeJean. Or Nate Williams.
I mean, they need somebody. They need somebody to replace Snead. So DeJean makes sense.
No, God!
Yeah.
No, God, please, no! No!
Oh my God. Why? I'm cringing. Actually, I'm cringing typing this.
Any other team.
It could have been.
It never ends well
Baltimore.
when you trade.
No, what? I mean, we traded with them to get. Yeah, wasted. Oh my God. You've got to be kidding me.
I can't wait for you to show me the.
I mean, are they giving us the 30?
Mafia.
Are they giving us the 32nd pick to make us feel like Super Bowl champs? Because that's the only thing that makes sense here. What the hell? I don't think it's gonna be worthy. I don't think no. They need if it's worthy, I swear to God, I'll shit a brick. If it's worthy, I swear to God, I'll shit a brick.
This is the, do you want to know what's happening right now at Buffalo Bills headquarters?
FBI, open up!
Yeah, exactly. Except for Bills Mafia, open up. Jesus Christ. I mean, I would have been okay giving Dallas this pick. I mean, I don't know.
Well, good luck with that dead last round one pick.
Yay, we feel like the Super Bowl champions now. Jesus.
Hope it works out for you.
Oh, jeez. No, you know what it was? I think they were hoping that Brian Thomas was falling, and Jacksonville picked him up. So they were trying to find somebody to trade down with, and I mean, goddamn.
The Bills are officially the feeder team to the Chiefs.
Wow. Wow. Are you kidding me? This is insane. I want to see what they got out of it. It better be good. It better be some good freaking picks here. Jesus Christ. I'm Oh my god. I'm like I've got this like weird pit in my like this weird feeling in my stomach.
Shut up, bitch!
Oh my god. Nobody cares. Give me the news.
You can't say nobody cares about this story. What is wrong with you?
Nobody cares. Give me the news.
Well, they got their 2.0, I guess.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Why would you do that?
The Bills helping the Chiefs win the Super Bowl
Why
again.
would you do that? Why on earth would you do that? Why on God's green earth would you?
Buffalo said, "Yo, Kansas City, you won a Super Bowl last year and beat us. Here's your turn. Go again."
Yeah.
Why would you do that? I swear to God.
Well, Bills just said, "GG, go next."
They literally just pulled out the rookie card. It's your turn, coach. Like, what the hell? What? Oh, my God. I can't even believe this. I can't. Josh Allen has got to be just livid right now. I
And Didn't you say previously that that Dallas was throwing?
I mean, we get a wide receiver. We're doing what we're supposed to be doing, but this is absolutely unacceptable. I just can't believe that shit. I cannot believe that. You're going to allow these Super Bowl champions to get a possible Tyreek Hill replacement in the form of maybe the next Tyreek Hill. I'm at a loss for words. I am absolutely at a loss for words. I don't know what Bean is thinking right now.
Secretly works for Kansas City.
Hey, Raj, can you find that one? They tell you that you're fine and you're not really fine. You just can you find that meme?
I can give it a shot.
They just don't understand. In in memory of Buffalo's season this year. Tyler Guyton, tackle Oklahoma for Dallas. They did. Who are you? Oh yeah, good big for Dallas. Yeah, they needed it. What didn't need to be needed was freaking Kansas City needing another speedy receiver. My God.
Yeah, no.
I think Ethan, you and I are just about as upset now because it's like.
No, you're way more upset.
I'm way more upset, but the AFC just went. Here we go.
As much as I hate Baltimore, I hate Kansas City that much more.
Yeah. Like yeah. Jesus Christ. So AD Mitchell then? Wow. Wow. To my viewers, I apologize if I seem like it's like just my energy has been completely drained. That's why. That's why. I'm just absolutely bumfuzzled as to why Buffalo would trade with Kansas City knowing that Xavier Worthy is there. Knowing that Xavier Worthy's there. I would have said, hell no. Hell no. I don't care how many picks you give me. Man. Hey Ethan, can you look up that trade capital that Buffalo got for Kansas City's?
What is it?
Can you look it up?
Oh yeah.
I want to know what we gave what they gave us for that.
Looks like the Chiefs got the 28th pick for Xavier Worthy, 4th round pick and a 7th round pick. The Bills got a 32 pick, a 3rd and a 7th. So it was essentially a pick swap.
So we got a third.
A 3rd and a 7th.
3rd and a 7th.
But they also got a 7th. You basically just swapped 1st and 7th. So basically for nothing.
Yeah. Nate Wiggins. Nate Wiggins for Baltimore.
Nate Wiggins.
He went before DeGene. It's crazy.
Here you go. Here you go, Joe. You ready? I got one for you.
Go ahead.
Have you ever had a dream that you want?
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, little man. Yes, little man. I've had that dream. I know exactly what that
Josh
dream
Allen
is.
sitting there right
I
now,
know what that dream is.
talking with everyone.
I'm just. Could have been
Dreaming
anybody.
that he
Could have been
had-
anybody else. Anybody else.
Dreaming that he had a single wide receiver to throw to.
Well, he'll have a wide receiver. It's just not going to be the fastest one in the bunch. I hope he John Ross's. When we thought he might be going to Buffalo, I hope he was a Tyreek Hill. Now I hope he's a John Ross. So, yeah. I hope it's a curse, Kansas City. I really do.
Well, I mean, he's going to be learning from Kadarius Toney, so I mean,
Learning from then I hope I hope his foot's offsides multiple times in each game.
just drops everything.
No, just be offsides. That's all. I don't wish harm on anybody, but I hope he's more like John Ross than Tyreek Hill. Because as we know, John Ross is no longer in the league. So, and it didn't take long. And you know what the sad thing is? I might actually have to pick Xavier Worthy as a top wide receiver selection in fantasy. How about that? Because when you draft in fantasy, you draft for value. And Worthy's value just absolutely went up. All I can say is this pick that they make, it better be good. So... we did get a third, so... For Xavier Worthy, I just wish we would have gotten we would have gotten at least one more pick for him. Because that's just...
Dumb ways to die.
So many dumb ways to die. Yeah. Jesus. Oh. Well, guys, I really hope we got 2 more picks here. I really hope you guys have enjoyed being here. I've had a blast. I really have. It's just you know, trying to process Kansas City and Buffalo trading with each other, and then Kansas City getting Xavier Worthy, and that just, yeah. So I don't want you guys to I don't want you guys to think to discount that I have not had a good time here. I have had a blast with you guys. I know Ethan, Roger, I appreciate you guys for being here today. Thank you guys so much for hanging. Roger, I'm actually wondering about your take about Tyler Guyton.
I didn't really know much about him because it was not one that I was expecting.
Right. I mean, it is offensive line help, so.
True.
I almost guarantee you they wanted Barton.
Yeah, they did, and they got screwed.
Yep. Oh, they screwed themselves. Ricky Pearsall?
That's
That sounds like a Jim Harbaugh pick. You remember when who was the wide receiver that they got like later, like JJ Jenkins or something like that, AJ Jenkins or something like that, and nobody saw that coming? I'd say that's a reach. All right. So here's Buffalo. We're about to listen to Buffalo's pick.
Did they just skip Buffalo's pick?
No, they traded again. What the hell?
Traded again.
So we don't get a pick?
Now you get the first pick tomorrow.
Man, that's nice.
Buffalo basically just said, we have no idea who the fuck we're picking.
Yeah, after Kansas City selected Xavier Worthy, they're like, son of a bitch. Oh my God. Looks like it's going to be the Leggett. It sounds like it's going to be Xavier Leggett.
So the Bills traded
A 6th rounder.
Yeah.
To get basically get 2 second rounders tomorrow and another 5th rounder.
This will be DeJean.
No, it's Leggett.
Look at it. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's Leggett. Yeah. Man. I mean, I'm going to say this. Forget the whole Kansas City thing, right? Aside from Kansas City getting what possibly could be another Tyreek Hill, Buffalo got a crap ton of, well, I want to say a crap ton of more picks, but they did get some better capital for this particular draft. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with us having 2 second round picks tomorrow. The other thing about this is that the value on second round picks, cap space wise, works in Buffalo's favor if they trade out. So if they have second round picks, now we're talking about, we're not, I don't know if we're even talking about seven figure money most of the way. I think maybe a little bit. If they're at 33, they might have a 7-figure number for the 33rd overall pick. But once you get down that, then you're pinching your pennies and leaving a lot more room for cap next year. So if it's so the cap space, the cap situation has always been a thing for Buffalo this year, is making sure we had the ability to create enough cap space for next year, and this gives us the opportunity to do so. So, I mean, I get it. I just wish it wasn't Kansas City. I wish it was somebody else. You know, I wish Carolina would have moved up. I would have been fine with Carolina getting Xavier Worthy. They need that. a receiver. So, and they got Xavier Legette. But at the end of the day, I mean, I still trust the Bills brass to do what's best for the team. I don't see them moving back anymore. I think they need to take this 33rd overall pick tomorrow. You know, A.D. Mitchell is still there. Let me go.
Yeah.
Give me a second here. You know, this by far is not. This by far is not like 13 seconds, like the 13 seconds game where it was just like sombering to go home. You know, it's not that. There's still a lot of draft to be had. We got better as far as in capital goes. So we got two second-round picks. We got a third-round pick back, which is phenomenal. We got a fourth. I think we still have a fourth, and a fifth, and then we have multiple sixths, and a seventh. So I mean, I gotta look at the board again, but the idea that the Bills are tanking, I don't know. I could say Dallas is probably more on the tanking side than Buffalo is. Can we agree to that? Roger.
No.
I can say that I think Dallas is probably more on the tanking side than Buffalo is. I know Buffalo, I mean, they worked in free agency more than Dallas did. So I mean, they got Curtis Samuel.
At least they did something.
Yeah, they did something, you know. And so they got Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel is a great other option. He is. I mean, when you pair him with Joe Brady, magic happens. I mean, that's the reason why Samuel went to Buffalo, is because Joe Brady is there. So, and he had his best seasons with Joe Brady as offensive coordinator. So, Samuel being a guy for the offense, it's great. I do think that more than likely, I think that Adonai Mitchell might be the pick. So Ethan, you might still have you might be on the money with that. Did I think Buffalo would trade down? No, I thought Buffalo would trade up. But yeah,
Do you think Buffalo was going to trade down twice?
when you're at 32, it's just depending on how comfortable you feel. You know, if you're going from 33 to 32, I mean, like at that point in time, you're kind of talking to Carolina and saying, hey, who are you looking at compared to who we're looking at? Who's higher on your board? Who's higher on your board?
Let's be absolutely real here. I mean, in the offseason, you guys lost two major offensive weapons, period.
We lost Diggs, and
you lost Davis.
But here's the thing: Davis was a hit or miss player all season long last year. Diggs started strong the first 4 games, and then fell off completely once Ken Dorsey was fired. Joe Brady didn't use him as much. And honestly, after Joe Brady was on, they lost 1 game that entire time. Well, no, they lost. Ken Dorsey was with Denver, right? I think had the Denver game, and then they lost Ken Dorsey. So after that, Brady came out, did his thing, and Buffalo only lost 1 game after that, and that was to Philly. And in that game, Davis screwed the pooch. Davis should have been on point with Josh, and that should have been an easy win for Buffalo in overtime. So it wasn't anything Brady was doing. He called the right plays. Gabe was off. There was no reason to keep Gabe to re-sign Gabe if he was going to have that kind of miscommunication with Josh. And it happened multiple times. With Diggs, he was never a factor ever again after that 4th game. After Brady had shown up, once that 4th game was done, people started doubling and tripling Diggs again, leaving him obsolete. And then when Brady came in, he just kept him obsolete. He wasn't getting the production. So, and Josh and the Bills still won more games without him. So, you know,
I mean, that's because Buffalo was playing Madden and running the ball only.
Well, they ran the ball against the Cowboys so much because that was the plan. They didn't do that with Cook every single game. They had
come on.
I'm telling you,
Cook had more touches than any receiver on that field.
Well, yeah, because he's more of a Kamara. He's not just a running back. He's a catch out of the backfield, which is why I think they'll probably go a bigger, beefier running back later in the later rounds this draft. But it's not. They got Curtis Samuel, which is a good fit because of Brady's system. They ended up picking up Mac Hollins, who the last couple players he's played for, he's had thrown to him is Desmond Ridder, and Derek Carr. I mean, Carr is fine, but he's not Josh Allen. But I mean, Desmond Ridder, really? I mean, seriously. I mean, Mac Hollins is going to get that much better. So it's not like they don't have receivers. It's just the fact that, really, aside from Curtis Samuel, nobody knows who they really are. Shakir just started making a name for himself last year. And then you've got, well...
Shakir had like 2 good games.
Yeah, but Shakir proved himself as a good slot guy. So he's not the first option, right? He's not the first option. So he's a solid option in the slot. They don't need another slot guy. They have Curtis Samuel, who can work outside. He can work behind the backfield. He can play running back. He can play all kinds of. He's like that X weapon. He's a poor man's Deebo Samuel. He could actually be a poor man's Tyreek Hill as well. Actually, there was a
reaching.
No, there was an actual factoid where Curtis Samuel beat out Tyreek Hill in something, and I don't know what it was. Might have been speed. I don't know.
No way.
No.
What are you smoking?
I'm not smoking something. I actually saw something.
Curtis Samuel faster than Tyreek Hill. Get out of here.
Look it up. I don't.
You are on some heavy drugs, my friend, and I want some.
Well, then prove me wrong. Look it up. I'm telling you, I saw it in plain black and white somewhere. I would not be lying to you. I wouldn't be saying it if it wasn't true. It was like a 9.08 to a 9.03. That's all I remember seeing. Look it up. That's all I'm saying. I would not say it if it wasn't true. Okay.
Sports Illustrated. Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver A.J. Brown at 9.11 miles per hour. Curtis Samuel at 9.08.
Yep.
And Hill at 9.03.
There you go. That's what I said. That's where it was.
I mean,
like I said,
I don't really think that's.
But Brown beats out Tyreek Hill because he's bigger bodied and longer legged. You put them on a field together. That's why Tyreek Hill is just it's so much smaller. If he goes a straight speed, he has to use smaller legs. That's the reason. But Curtis Samuel is still technically faster than Tyreek Hill, based on that factoid. I mean, I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying that they're wrong. I'm just saying that they put it out there. So,
I mean, but look at stats. I mean, just look at the stats between the two of them.
The
I mean,
stats
they
between
couldn't be any further apart.
they're not. They are very far apart. But the problem is Samuel has had to deal with poor quarterback play in the last 2 years. Who was he throwing with? The last major quarterback that he was throwing with was Cam. I mean,
But do you really think that Josh Allen is that kind of quarterback? And I don't really think so.
What do you mean?
He's always under way too much pressure.
He's under way too much pressure, but that's what makes that's what makes Samuel interesting, because Samuel doesn't have to be on the outside. He can work as an end around. He can work as a running back. He's worked as a running back in Carolina. That's how Brandon Bean knows what he can do. So there's reasons that Samuel.
You're putting way too much stock into Samuel being.
I'm just saying Samuel.
Your receiver in Buffalo.
I'm not saying Samuel is the guy. I'm saying Samuel is one of the guys. I'm saying that Brandon Bean knows Curtis Samuel well enough because he's the one who drafted him. And he's a Brandon Bean culture fit. That's why he's there. I'm saying that it's an interesting pick. So that being said, I can see why you're going for draft capital, and then you're also making sure that you can provide yourself a little bit more cap space next year. That's basically the deal. So, I mean, aside from Xavier Worthy going to Kansas City, it is what it is. We'll see what happens. I think they probably go AD Mitchell tomorrow.
Worthy would have been Buffalo's best shot.
AD Mitchell is, if you watch the highlights for AD Mitchell, aside from his attitude, it looks like it really seems like he's a good fit, and he gains separation. That was the problem that we had, that our receivers had. Our best receivers, Diggs and Davis, could never gain separation. That's what we're looking for in a receiver. We need receivers that can get yak and can get separation from the defender. AD Mitchell fits that bill. I don't know if McConkey fits it. McConkey's there. You have let's see who's on the board. Still, you got AD Mitchell. You have Ladd McConkey. You have Keon Coleman. Coleman could be. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Coleman, but from what it sounds like, he grades out kind of like Puka Nacua, and we all know what Puka did last year. So, I mean, I would be okay with Coleman, but I think that Mitchell's probably the best fit.
Nacua was kind of that kid's a fluke. That's like a once in a lifetime kind of player.
Oh, I mean, you're right. What I'm saying about Coleman is apparently his grade in the gauntlet was about as good as Puka Nacua. He's not the fastest receiver. He doesn't gain the separation, but I mean, he's probably got some of the best hands. So we'll see. But I still like AD Mitchell best. If I had to choose between all the receivers, you still have Mitchell, you have McConkey, you have Keon Coleman, you have Troy Franklin, and you have Roman Wilson. Those are the top 5 right now. I like Mitchell. McConkey's okay. Mitchell and Coleman are probably the best bets. So
you quoted that article before about Curtis Samuel's speed.
Yeah.
Did you know that he has a career average of 10.7 yards per catch?
And that's why I said go back and look who he's been thrown to. Who's been thrown to him?
I mean, as long as a quarterback can throw a ball, he should be able to catch it if he's got that much speed.
But what I'm saying is he's not just an outside receiver. He's not just a slot machine receiver.
I get that.
So
I get that. I'm just
he's a weapon.
Stats.
He's a weapon.
He's got less than 11 yards per catch career average.
He's a weapon though. He's a weapon. The reason why he's 11 yards per catch is that he catches shit out of the backfield as well. If he wasn't catching out of the backfield, his receiver, his rack would be far more. But he's not. He's a do-it-all. He's a do-it-all back. He's a do-it-all player. He plays running back. He plays wide receiver. He's out of the backfield. He's outside. He's in the slot. He's everything. So, I mean, that's what happens when you're not just one type of guy. Some of your stats are going to take a hit. So, that being said, this concludes night 1 of the draft. I hope everybody's had a good time tonight. I appreciate you guys for sticking with us. 12 of you still. So be here for tomorrow. We will be here around 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. The draft starts at 6 Central Time, 6 Central. And then on Saturday, we'll be here at about 10 a.m. We'll be here at 10 a.m. Saturday morning, and it starts at 11 Central. So it's so be here for all of that. Ethan, you are good to go for the entire weekend, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and Roger, you're done for tonight. You're done after this.
Yep.
Okay. Well, good to have both of you, man. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, it's for fun.
So, Roger, I probably will talk to you. We'll probably talk to you. See who the Cowboys take tomorrow. Yeah. I know you'll be on the chat somewhere. You'll be on the chat somewhere.
We'll see what Dallas picks up and which garbage Buffalo picks up.
Yeah.
Ain't gotta wait too long.
Yeah, ain't gotta wait too long.
Yeah,
We'll see.
Luckily, we get to see what garbage they pick up first thing tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys. We'll see you. Thanks, guys, for coming in. We